Hello my loves, welcome in and welcome back if you are one of my cherubim. If you're new here, welcome aboard. It's great to have you. I'm currently going to channel a message about a sacred contract. That's all I know. I've been advised to get the message out, so just going to shuffle the cards and invite in my guides, any spiritual energies of the love and the light that want to transmit a message through me. I welcome you in now and thank you in advance for your guidance. And I'm going to get straight on with the reading. Okay, we've got the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. Okay. So this is like planning amongst the burden, planning whilst feeling burdened, but planning to get out of some sort of burden. This is something that you've chosen with the Wands, something that means something to you or means something to someone. This could be about the other person involved in this sacred contract. I'm hearing the plan is underway. Something is moving. Okay, and it's moving quite quickly because they're pulling me to this Merkaba, however you want to say it, this little spaceship that this lady is in, and it's moving very quickly despite the burden that she feels. I'm hearing that it's all going to plan. We've got the Hermit energy. So I could be speaking to someone or about someone who's gone quite deep into metaphysics, into the occult, into their own personal world. I feel like you're someone who really questions themselves and, you know, really likes to go deep into knowledge that others might not understand or be able to interpret. Let's see if that comes back out again. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Okay. So again, this is like knowledge that there's a lot of it, and it's lots of different components to this knowledge that you've gathered. And I will clarify these, but this is the kind of energy I'm getting, that you look into energies that are very obscure, very different. They're pulling me to the dodecahedron here as if you go into the ethers on a fresh level, a new level, a level that others might not have gotten to before. You are a thinker of thoughts that have never been thought before. You look at things in a way that no other human has looked at them in that way before. Yeah, quite powerful stuff. We've got the Magician here. Okay, so you really are your own guru, they're telling me. You're very aware of your own inner world. It's beautiful. You've got a lot of information out of these caverns of your mind, and you know, they want me to let you know how valuable it is to be one of those rare humans who can think thoughts that have never been thought before. There's no regurgitation here with you. You're too fascinated, and there's something about you having the sort of personality where you're willing to be wrong. You don't care, you know. I feel like you're more fascinated with life than you are wanting to be right or wanting to be clever. It's not about that with you. You're a true flower of spirit, a spiritual flower. I'm probably not saying that very well. It's funny how flower is spelled the exact same way as flower, right? I feel like you're someone who's very mystic, very, they're showing me your energy like silky. It's beautiful. It's very, you might be very ancient in your own way, although you might not think of yourself that way. You probably think of yourself as a free spirit or someone who's very curious when it comes to that which might be labeled as the occult. But for you, this is you just flowing with your soul and finding information that you find beautiful. I've got Temperance with the Magician, so very powerful energies. I'm hearing you could be an alchemical healer. You may work with healing people at the root of their being. Hierophant energy. There could be a fascination with the mind here. Or, you know, getting to the root of people's souls, into the core of their being in a different way, in a way that's never been done before. I'm hearing this is your sacred job here with the Hierophant. And we've got the 5 of Swords coming out. So it may feel like quite a bit of a battle at times. We've got the 7 of Wands here. alongside this Five of Swords, telling me that maybe you are procuring some kind of security for yourself, or perhaps that's being advised or suggested. But there's definitely this generosity with your spirit here with the Six of Pentacles, where you want to share your knowledge and gifts. It's just a case of you organizing it in the right way, you know, narrowing things down, perhaps sifting for gold, finding the right angle of consciousness so that you can convey things to people in the right way. I'm hearing there could be a fear of opposition, or some kind of opposition that exists in your life. Or this could be imagined opposition. We've got the Page of Wands on top of the Two of Wands. So I feel like you're definitely planning or making plans to kind of move forward in this work and you know, move forward. And I feel like there's something here about you. It's kind of like a research period here for you, where things may have felt hard, maybe in your personal life or whatever. There could have been a bit of a rocky road and a bit of a journey that's kind of woo, you never know where you're going next kind of thing. And I feel like there's something here about you maybe becoming more stable in the future once you've picked your pathway and once you've kind of refined your work, refined your mental processing, and kind of organize the data in a way that you can share with others. Then I feel like there's going to be more stability for you here. And with the Hierophant on the table, I feel like, you know, this sacred contract could most definitely be a contract between you and the divine, to hold your divine positioning here with the Seven of Wands, despite any opposition, despite any fears even. This is about you allowing yourself to be a beacon for others. And I feel like you need to trust yourself here, because I feel like you're such a free spirit that sometimes you don't give yourself the credit, and it's not in your nature to be arrogant or vain, or, you know, to maybe even see how valuable you are, because I feel like you're someone who just goes from fascination to fascination, and you genuinely love the subjects you study, and you would study them just for the sake of it because you genuinely get that kick out of it in your soul. But I feel like there's a message here for someone to really trust that you are a rare, unique being, and you have been contracted to be some kind of healer, and to really trust yourself with your knowledge, your gifts, your wisdom. I feel like you've got so much information, you don't always know where to start. And so, you know, it could be a case of you having so many gems of wisdom that sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees. But let's clarify here. Three of Pentacles. Again, that idea of cooperation, community, sharing your work, maybe outside assistance. But the Three of Pentacles is about mastering your craft, about allowing others to see what you've produced. Again, the Ten of Wands on top of the Ten of Wands. Maybe there's something about the public here that maybe you feel like other people would be a burden. That doesn't have to be the case, but to have the Ten of Wands twice with the Three of Pentacles, there could be some sort of residual, how would I put this? Something that doesn't sit well with your soul when it comes to maybe working in the public eye, or, you know, just people in general. You know how they are, right? No judgment. We've got the Hanged Man here. So I feel like perhaps you're trying to change something in your situation or in your mindset to turn the burden, whatever this burden is, into something you can use productively. I'm getting, you don't want to make the wrong choice. You don't want to release anything or move forward until you feel like you're very clear. King of Wands energy. So this is a fiery energy with the King of Wands. This is someone who is self-supporting, someone who believes in themselves, and someone who's ahead of the curve with the King of Wands, someone who's very innovative, and someone who knows that their ideas are so innovative and so original that they might not have the support that they necessarily... There's something about you having to support yourself and not caring if everyone thinks you're crazy because your ideas are that far ahead. And that could be what this burden is here with the Three of Pentacles. Maybe other people not understanding your work, or maybe you fear that, or maybe you've already experienced stuff like that where people have put you off maybe going forward, or you know, implanted some sort of doubt in your mind, because the reactions, you know, human reactions to new innovative ideas are never that great. You know what I mean? They just like comfort, you know. So with the King of Wands showing up here, I feel like you are gearing yourself up to get into that entrepreneurial or motivated, inspired mindset here. Because the King of Wands, I mean, he just does things and shocks people, and then they support him after. You know, it's that kind of energy here. So there's a big turnaround in energy with the Hermit to the King of Wands, taking all of these gems and these shining pieces of wisdom and really being your own backer, being your own cheerleader. Leo energy, wearing that crown of sovereignty despite what others may think here. There could even be this urge to show people, you know, to show people what you're made of, and to make them see, you know, you were wrong. You didn't know me, you know, you weren't on my side, you didn't believe in me. But that's what's so great about the King of Wands energy. He doesn't need anyone to believe in him. And even better than that, he doesn't care. He really doesn't care about what they think, you know. So we've got the Three of Swords with the Seven of Cups here. So something hurtful affecting your decisions, or maybe clouding your vision. There could be emotionality that's clouding your vision, not allowing you to see what a wonderful healer you are. Perhaps you've tried to help people in the past, and I know this can happen to a lot of healers, where we will try to maybe heal the wrong ones, the unhealable. You know, I've tried to heal a lot of narcissists. I went very deep from a very young age, channeling information to help them, and there is no healing the unhealable. And even more than that, you know, there's no healing those who don't have the intention to be healed. But there's something here that I feel like you're getting clear on. King of Swords energy. I feel like something in your past, something in your emotional life perhaps, that's wounded you or maybe left a little bit of a mark on your soul. I feel like you're going to tweak your consciousness in a few different ways and release some emotional energy. Because when we have emotional energy stored up in our, you know, etheric body, emotional body, it can really cloud our vision. It sort of taints the lens of perception that we're seeing through. So I feel like you're going to have a big turnaround and become very clear and authoritative when it comes to who you are, why you're here. Belief in yourself, I feel like, is going to become your number one thing. I feel like you're going to have a conscious turnaround where you start to see yourself as the healer you truly are, and to be your own cheerleader. There we go, the Magician and the Ace of Cups. You know, these are two really powerful energies to show up together. And it tells me you've got everything you need to succeed. With the Ace of Cups on top of the Magician, it's almost like I can see you becoming so in love with your own inner workroom, and actually becoming quite in love with being perhaps a lone ranger when it comes to being the one who believes in yourself, and pulling in this love from the non-physical, from the etheric realm, and from your own higher self, and being so powerful because of it. You know, really separating out your energies and loving to do that, you know, in order to master your craft, in order to have that autonomy. And I feel like you're going to be far more powerful when you accept that, you know, you can get love in all the right places. We often hear Abraham Hicks, for those of us who listen to Abraham Hicks, they always say about humans, we look for love in all the wrong places, when really we need to be our own source of love. We need to flow that love in from the ethers. So I feel like you're going to learn to do that and be, you know, the sovereign creator of your own reality, and keep your stuff secret. You see how he's got blueprints and stuff here that are kind of shrouded, you know, and he's very confident. He can meditate, he can do his rituals alone. He doesn't need a brigade of supporters. But, you know, I'm getting that this Three of Swords energy could be lingering from your past. This could be a childhood thing. You know, our childhoods, we're very spongy as children. We're completely in a hypnotic state up to the age of 7. So there's something here perhaps in someone's childhood that's left a kind of a gauze or a haze in your mind when it comes to how you see yourself, how you perceive yourself. But I see you cracking into your own power here. Literally, it's like cracking into a vault of power, or breaking the dam of power and just really finding your niche, finding your groove, loving being your own, you know, the master of your own reality and the master of your own work. Ace of Swords. So I feel like you're going to become really clear on who you are, how powerful you are, what your role on this planet is in this lifetime, and how healing you actually are. So let's have a look at this Temperance. There we go. 9 of Cups on top of the Temperance. I feel like this is your spiritual work. And I feel like you are finding solutions that are just going to keep blossoming for you and to keep filling your soul up with this elixir of satisfaction. 2 cups turning into 9. It's 11 cups on the table. And I feel like, you know, if you're going into some sort of healing work, it's going to be very satisfying for you. Okay, so this is in the position of your higher self, being that you are the alchemist of your own reality. I'm hearing Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega, however we say that. We've got the little mushrooms, the little spaceship on here, little frog down there. So I feel like you're going to find this place in your inner world that feels so satisfying to you and move forward with a full heart. You know, we've got the 9 of Cups with the Ace of Cups here. So this is you turning a page, turning a corner, starting a whole new book, a nice fresh chapter of your life, but from a strong position of power, a strong position of being your own cheerleader, and of course pulling on the power of God or the universe or the higher powers or your higher self, however you want to view those powers of the universe. You're going to be dipping your toes in. You're going to be dipping your feet into new waters. Okay, new ways of viewing yourself and really starting to handle your own power in a very satisfying way. Okay, I feel like I'm speaking to someone who needs to acknowledge that whichever part of you they hurt, maybe when you were a child or in a relationship, whatever the case, whatever hurt you, it doesn't define who you really are. And you're going to meet your higher self and you're going to realize that the immortal part of you, the higher self part of you, is who you truly are. And that these old versions of you that have been pained and hurt, they're part of the illusion of the past now, because it was your higher self that was picked by God, or you might say your higher self was picked by the elders who exist in non-physical, who are full of wisdom and intelligence. They picked your higher self to do this healing job. They didn't pick the human version of you, because when they picked you, you didn't have a vessel. You were an etheric being on the other side. So they want you to acknowledge the difference between the soul, or what I call the higher self, the essence of your being, and the human that you've chosen to merge with in this reality. And, you know, they understand how hurtful it can be to be human, but they want you to know that these healing gifts you've brought in, they're part of your higher self. They're part of your immortal legacy. So this is a reading about, you know, you really getting confident with this new pathway you're planning and putting down the burdens. You know, I feel like these burdens could be to do with just social stuff in general. I'm hearing this laughter backstage where they're like, oh God, you know, the humans, they do distract us when we come to do our missions, don't they? They're very bloody distracting, but they want you to see it through their lens of consciousness, that whatever's happened in the past, it's done, it's gone. Fairly, you know, to the backstage people, they understand how important things feel to us when we're in human format, but they know you're going to have this breakthrough. Okay, these are beautiful cards right here in this middle row. Absolutely phenomenal. You've got the title card coming out with the Hierophant. So this is representative to me of how powerful you truly are. And trust me, there is a difference between the human side of us and the higher self. If you could see me when I'm having a bad day, you'd think, who the hell is that? Because it's a totally different, the human version of me is totally different to the version of me I am when I'm, you know, activated, you know, when my higher self is in the driver's seat. I'm a totally different person, and they want you to know that that's true for you too. Don't doubt yourself because you've had human things happen to you. Because all humans are crazy, okay? We're all crazy, half animal, half alien, whatever you want to think about that. We're all kind of crazy animalistic beings, but it's the higher self that we have that makes us what we are, right? So they want you to become conscious and forgive yourself for anything that feels like a mistake to you, because they want you to know that even the most powerful beings, we can be complete, you know, fuck ups, you know. So they want you to know that, and they want you to acknowledge your power and let all the other stuff go. Let any negative thoughts about yourself go. Really release that idea that, well, I couldn't possibly be what I am because I did this in 1993 or whatever. You know, they want you to let the past go and realize that you are this healer, and that it's good that you've been through the things that you've been through, because it gives you more clarity. There are no mistakes, and they just want you to acknowledge your sovereign purpose on this planet and understand you don't have to be perfect to be a great healer. All right, you don't need to be perfect to have a beautiful mind that can help other people, you know. So I don't know how exactly this is going to play out. I'm trying to cover all my angles and get this message out in a way that will click for somebody, you know. You are not your fuck ups, okay? You are your victories. You are your wisdom, and you've been chosen for this, my love, okay? So they want you to absorb that. Let's have a look at the Five of Swords. The Devil. Okay, so what I'm getting is that because you hold such a beautiful elixir of healing energy, you've had certain things come into your life with the Devil and the Five of Swords. It's the way the game plays out. It's literally it's a reactive thing. They don't want you to take it personal when it comes to toxic things in your life, okay? They don't want you to feel like you're cursed or something like that, but rather they want you to flip the script and see how blessed you are, and realize that when malevolent energies come at you, it's because you're so blessed, you know. So I don't know if there's something that's playing out in your life currently. I don't think so. I think it's just lurking wounds from, you know, situations that were sent to kind of throw you off course and make you doubt yourself, and even bring out reactions in you that then made you feel like you were a bad person, right? Because when we deal with malevolent narcissists, they are monsters. Okay, they are bloody monsters, and we have to dim our heart chakra temporarily to deal with them. And when my shadow gets activated in one of these battles with these creatures, you'd think, who the hell is that? Because I'm quite proud. I'll give as good as I like to get them back, okay? When I meet a narcissist and they think they can mess with me, I like to get them back and show them, no, you're not the predator. I'm not the prey and you're not the predator. I'm the apex and you're the prey. I like to turn the tables on these narcissists in a way that, you know, they're quite happy to call me evil. And I'm like, yeah, you best believe it. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. So they always get a shock when they come across me. So I don't know if you've been in some episodes where, you know, a certain side of you has come out. Your shadow side has come out maybe. And maybe that's made you doubt, could I be an earth angel and be like that? Oh yes, my love. Oh yes. Let me promise you that. So I will repeat, the brighter the light, the darker the shadow. And I've put a lot of these creatures in their place, and I hope if you've come across any of them, you have too. But anyway, the point I'm making is that you are a very blessed healer, and no matter what has been brought out of you in any battles, or, you know, no matter what painful things have happened, no matter how you perceive any potential past failures, there are no failures and there are no mistakes, only learning and strengthening your position, right? So I hope I've put that across well. But I feel like there's more protection coming in here. Yeah, we've got the Six of Cups with the Seven of Wands. So I feel like, you know, on the next step of your journey, you're going to be much more protected and have a lot more loving, so I'm a bit tired, a lot more loving people around you. But yeah, there is this sense of you maybe being a little bit fearful of things repeating maybe from the past. The Moon with the Death. But I feel like you're transforming this, okay? Something's transforming, so you will be more protected. Even when you don't know what's coming. Throwing out this energy of expectation, expecting supportive people, knowing you can get through anything, I feel like is going to help. But I feel like this is already something that you've installed within you, this added layer of protection and security because of things you've already been through in the past. I feel like your priority now is to establish yourself, get to know yourself, see yourself in your highest possible light. They want you to only view yourself in the best ways, you know, never put yourself down, never doubt yourself, and see yourself now at this point in your life as a sovereign being. And this is advice that I'm giving to you personally, whoever this resonates with, whoever this is for. I'm giving you this advice right now for you. I'm not saying that there's no time ever in life that people need to weigh up. You know, there are many different mindsets we can be in when it comes to viewing our behavior, etc., etc. I just know someone's going to put in the comments, oh, we need to think about the wrong things we do. Yeah, there's a time and a place for that. For this person in this reading, it's time for you to put your crown on, and it's time for you to realize what a beautiful healer you are. So let's have a look. I'm going to pull some animal spirit cards and see what's happening. This moon's intriguing me. Let's pull one for the moon. The eagle, there we go. So there's this sense with the moon that you don't exactly know where the pathway's going. But with this sovereignty of the eagle, I mean, the eagle is the most, one of the most sovereign animal cards in this whole deck. This is you flying high. This is you being physically strong, spiritually strong, mentally strong. That beautiful sunlight, God's sunlight behind you. We've got these rays of light coming out of this moon also. So no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through or what pathway you're on, you've got this beautiful instinctive protection package. Okay, you've got gorgeous animal spirit guides and gorgeous allies in the non-physical, and so your intuition is spot on. They want you to trust your intuition here and let yourself be transformed into someone who really does expect support. And I feel like this is, you know, familial friendship support, because with your work, I feel like you're going to be totally independent, but this is expecting good emotional bonds in the future. You know, this could even be someone turning up who you've known in a past life, or, you know, someone from, you know, childhood, school days, from before in your life, but most definitely affectionate connections coming in. Yeah, and this is all about you spreading your beautiful magic with the spider energy, getting into the energy of your Dharma. Okay, let me read from the book with this one, because I feel like this is important. Give me a little sec, 1 minute. Okay. Okay, spider, creator of prosperity through life's work. Creator of prosperity through your life's work and Dharma. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It's hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, you're appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, you could be discouraged, tired, forlorn. To bring yourself into balance, they suggest playful creativity. And I'm going to read about the eagle because I feel like someone needs to hear this. Okay. All-pervading power, truth seeker, and transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Excuse that, sorry. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. When in balance, you could be bright, radiant, and challenge people. Or, you know, it says bright, radiant, and challenges. So when out of balance, they're saying controlling. And to bring into balance, step into the unknown. Wow. And what is the moon if it's not the unknown, right? Wow. It's beautiful. Okay. So this is basically a reading of you trusting completely in God, trusting completely in yourself. You've got many pearls of wisdom to be released, okay? That currently I feel like you're hiding from the world. Maybe there's some fear here with the devil card, okay? For you to kind of move past, but you've got such tremendous power here with the magician and the temperance, and I can feel your energy. So this is all about you cracking open that love for yourself and laughing at any perceived, you know, anything other than just pure love for yourself. I feel like you're going to find a great sense of humor with these energies down here, the Devil and the Five of Swords, and really move into this beautiful roaring inferno of self-love, self-support. This is beautiful, my angel. I really hope this has helped, okay? You've got some beautiful work to be doing. And let me know if this resonates in the comments. I've really enjoyed reading these energies. And hit all the buttons if you've liked it. And hopefully our energies will meet again. Lots of love.